Distance is often a matter of perspective. In the third and fourth deceptions of the art of war, Sun Tzu teaches us a masterclass in spatial manipulation. When near, appear far. When far, appear near. In 2026, with satellites watching from above, hiding isn't about being invisible. It's about being misplaced in the enemy's mind. Sun Tzu offers two ways to look at this. First, physical presence, making the enemy believe your main force is miles away when they are actually at the gates, or making a tiny scout team look like a full division. 2. Strategic intent. If you plan to retreat, act as if you are preparing a massive charge. If you are planning to strike, act as if you are packing up to leave. In the lead-up to several localized counterattacks in 2025 and 2026, Ukraine had used intent deception. By leaking fake memos and increasing radio chatter about training exercises or logistic delays in the deep rear, they convinced Russian intelligence that their main mechanized brigades were still weeks away from being combat ready. Relying on this distance, Russian units in the frontline trenches relaxed their guard, rotated their best troops out for rest, or lowered their drone surveillance. In reality, those Ukrainian brigades had moved under the cover of night, using dark convoys with no lights or radio. They were near, but their enemy's mind held them far. The resulting strike was a total shock. Conversely, consider the use of electronic warfare. Ukrainian and Russian forces both use EW spoofing to create digital signatures. A single soldier with a signal generator can make a Russian radar operator see a massive cluster of tanks and headquarters right across the river. Russia might divert an entire artillery regiment to shell this phantom force. While they are busy fighting a ghost that looks near, the real Ukrainian force is actually far away, safely maneuvering towards a completely different objective. Sun Tzu emphasizes the use of spies. In the modern world, spies include social media and open source intelligence. A commander might allow soldiers to post carefully staged photos that suggest that they are in a different city entirely. If you want to seem far, keep your frontline routine quiet and sleepy. If you want to seem near, make the enemy's scouts see aggressive activity, digging new trenches, or moving empty trucks back and forth, even if there's nobody actually there. If the enemy's map of the battlefield is wrong, their tactics will be useless. Sun Tzu's goal is to make the enemy react to a situation that does not exist. When they prepare for a long-distance siege, hit them with a close-range ambush. When they prepare for a close-range brawl, pull back and strike them from the horizon. Geography is fixed, but perception is fluid. The best way to be safe is to ensure that the enemy is looking for you in the wrong place. We've just explored the third and fourth deceptions, the manipulation of distance and intent. As we stand in the landscape of 2026, we've learned that a commander's greatest weapon isn't just their artillery, it's the enemy's own assumptions. To wrap up, let's look at how the near versus far strategy creates the ultimate fog of war. The core of this lesson is about making the enemy's tactical map a work of fiction. In the 2026 defense of the Eastern Front, we see near appearing far in the use of deep strike camouflage. Ukrainian mobile HIMARS units often move within range of the enemy, but they act like civilian repair crews or agricultural transport. Because they maintain the routine of a distant civilian, the enemy perceives them as strategically far and non-threatening, right up until the moment they deploy and strike. Conversely, we see far appearing near through the use of decoy signal hubs. By placing a cluster of low-cost, high-emission radios near a Russian-held village, Ukraine makes it look like a major assault is imminent. Russia diverts its reserves and focuses its drones on that near threat. Meanwhile, the actual Ukrainian strike force is miles away, quietly crossing a different sector where the defenses have been thinned. Sun Tzu's warning remains. If the enemy thinks your forces are further or nearer than they are, it will change its tactics to your advantage. In 2026, this is the deception of the drone. A Russian commander might see a few drones and assume a small scout team is near. They hunker down to defend, but they don't realize that these drones are being piloted from 10 miles away via Starlink. The real threat is far, and it's calling in long-range cruise missiles while the commander is looking for a foot soldier in the bushes. As you close this lesson, remember, geography is a fact, but position is an opinion. If you can control the enemy's opinion of where you are, you control their fear, their ammunition, and their movements.